Hey, my name is Mattias. I'm the tour manager and front of house engineer for Slaughter to Prevail. We're here today in Budapest with Gainlab, and we're doing a rundown of what we're using for our live shows. Here at the front of house, we have an HD96 as well as an HD96 at the monitor world, and they're both connected to two DL231s. In terms of our processing, we're using a lot of internal EQ and gates through the consoles, but a lot of the colorization comes from plugins and outboard gear. And the reason we do an outboard gear is because I can control the transient to its fullest, and I can have mastering quality to both drums as well as the whole mix. As we know, death metal has a lot of volume in it, so for me it's all about getting the details out, and that's one of the reasons too we're using outboard gear to get that air and clarity and presence in the mix. And to do a little rundown, what we have on the outboard, we have, for the drums, we're using Portico. For the kick drum, I'm using a trigger line and a kick drum mic that both goes into channel 8, which I compress pretty heavily. And then I have a blend version in there that I can allow how much of the processing I want. The same thing goes for channel B and for the snare. I have 4 snare channels. One is heavily processed up here to bring out the over pitch in the snare, which is a signature sound of the drummer. They all go into this where I really smash it hard and again blend it in to make it sound natural but still make it pop, so to speak. In terms of the toms, I bring them down to the Neve, to their 33609, which is an old compressor that's been around for a long time, usually used on mix buses and master buses, but I used it only for the toms. Going down, we have a mainly Vox box that I have been using a lot on the vocals, but given that we have the 4-year audio, I'm going more and more so over to use plugins on the vocals. Again, he doesn't need a lot of processing, his throat, stomach, and growl. Down here, we have the Empress. This is, to me, a little bit where the magic happens. In order to get detail and clarity in the mix without playing really loud, I need that top end to really shine. And this is the latest thing that I put into the front of house rack, and it's really doing a lot for the mix. I have the Dictator as well, which I have used on and on for smaller PAs where I need to compress the mix to really bring everything out. I'm pushing that in on the master as well. And that's pretty much the rundown. In terms of the 4-year, I'm going more heavily on that than a wave server that we had before. Again, it's just to make sure I get all the boutiques plugins that the studio engineer is using to get a solid broadcast mix. Thank you for listening, and come out to the show. The doors is at 6. Get your tickets.